Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Now, holiday specials are nothing new, but it's always pretty special whenever we get a Thanksgiving one. We get more Christmas and Halloween specials than I can count, but a good Thanksgiving story? Now that's pretty rare. So, I thought I'd pull an all-nighter and discuss 4 Thanksgiving specials from 4 different shows. And yes, 75% of them are Cartoon Network, so let's start with the one that's not. Hey Arnold was one of the fundamental Nicktoons from back in the day. It was also my hyperfixation in middle school. Shit, y'all remember those Jungle Movie news videos?
Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Jungle Movie News. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more Jungle Movie news and content.
Nah, hell nah. It's such a cozy show showcasing life as a kid in the city, and it's known for its specials. The Christmas special is widely regarded as one of the best cartoon episodes of all time. And then you also had the funny April Fool's Day special, the Veterans Day special where Grandpa punched the lights out of Adolf, and of course you had the Valentine's Day special, Parents' Day, the Journal, and of course the Jungle Movie. This show was always pulling out these huge specials, even a decade after the show was 6 feet under. And this was way before Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron hit the scene with their huge event episodes. So of course the show, known for its specials, would have a Thanksgiving special. And it's a pretty good one too. It follows Arnold and Helga wanting to escape their family's Thanksgiving traditions. Arnold wants to leave because he wants a normal Thanksgiving, but his crazy family celebrates it weird, so he can't have that. Helga wants to leave because her family is dysfunctional as hell. Like, these are 2 different situations here. It's all tied together with the play Mr. Simmons puts on at the beginning of the episode. It depicts this perfect Thanksgiving that brings the whole family together, but in reality, even Mr. Simmons' Thanksgiving isn't the best either, with his homophobic ass relative.
I didn't know Peter was coming today.
There's a lot of things you don't know.
Like, shit, man. Arnold and Helga learn to appreciate what they have, even though it doesn't live up to that perfect Thanksgiving. Because even though their traditions are different, at least the family is together and doesn't hate each other's guts like Simmons' family. Except for Helga, though, because, like, Jesus, get out of there, girl. Who's gonna take me to preschool? Like, come on, bro. Their respective families learn to listen to their wishes. Helga's family is willing to give her attention for just a day, and Arnold gets a normal Thanksgiving. But he still wants to have that 4th of July celebration since that's what he's grown up with. This is a great episode for these 2 specifically. It's one of the few instances in the show where they're both on the same level, and it's chill how they hang out for the whole day and just vent to each other. They find common ground here, and it's a nice peek at their relationship without Helga putting on the bully mask. She's not fawning over Arnold the entire time either. It's the show literally telling us that even though their relationship is a little dysfunctional and complicated, they are at the end of the day still friends. Also, the ending paralleling the Christmas special, with both of them wishing each other a good holiday while standing outside of their home.
Happy Thanksgiving, Helga. Merry Christmas, Arnold.
Good shit. I love this show, man. This is a great episode, one that I watch every Thanksgiving. It doesn't quite live up to the Christmas special or even the other Hey Arnold event episodes like Parents' Day, but it's nice and is a great example of just how down to earth this show's characters are. Even 2 characters whose whole dynamic is just to be at each other's throats can be simple enough to make an episode work. Next, we have regular show's Thanksgiving special, properly titled The Thanksgiving Special. Like, how original. The park is gonna have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all of their families, but Mordecai and Rigby end up destroying it. Benson and the crew have to scramble to replace the meal, while Mordecai and Rigby decide to enter a songwriting competition to win a turducken, a Thanksgiving meal so good it'll make you climax or something. I don't fucking know. However, they get some competition by... Hold up, when did this episode come out? Shit, bro, alright. They get some competition by famous businessman Richard Buckner, who wants the turducken because it has a golden wishbone that can grant any wish. His greedy ass wants to gain the rights to Thanksgiving, so all the money made from it would go to him. Wanna know something? This man's name is Dick Buckner. That's crazy. The episode is a good regular show romp. It uses the extended runtime well. There's some good action in the end, and all of the side plots intertwining because all the characters want to jump this guy is entertaining as hell. The song Mordecai and Rigby make for Thanksgiving is alright too. It's sweet that they feel remorse for fucking up so badly. Also, damn did they fuck up hard. Mordecai and Rigby are known for messing things up and slacking off, but the scene where they destroy the Thanksgiving dinner never fails to give me hardcore secondhand embarrassment. This might actually be the worst thing they've done in the show. And all they they had to do was play football outside. Why are y'all throwing this shit inside? I'm surprised y'all didn't get fired on the spot for this. Y'all are grown-ass men, man. Shit. The plots with the rest of the park members trying to find replacements for the dinner is entertaining too. I think it's funny that Benson, Pops, and Skips get into this crazy fight to get a turkey, while at the same time Muscle Man and Fives are just chill with this football player voiced by Terry Crews. They get into a dance fight with him. It's chill. There's this weird fake out in the middle though, where it looks like no one's family will make it in time for the dinner because all their flights got delayed, but in the end it's actually just Thomas being Thomas or something. So weird. Just trying to add unnecessary tension to it. It was fine without it. Speaking of the families, I think it's so funny that you can tell that this is before they fleshed out Mordecai and Rigby's families, because bruh, that is not Rigby's dad. That man hates his guts. Who the fuck is this guy? This is a great Thanksgiving outing though. This one has great action and is really funny. I highly recommend you give it a watch. So, how many videos in a row have I talked about Steven Universe in some way? Hope you're not tired of it. Stay tuned for that 4-hour episode ranking. Steven Universe is an anomaly because it never had any holiday specials. Apparently, holidays don't exist in Universe, which is lame as hell to be honest, because I would have loved some specials. Like, have Pearl be a Scrooge and show her the true meaning of Christmas or something. Give me a Valentine's special with some ship teasing. Like, come on, man. However, there are 2 episodes in particular that could be considered appropriate for the times. 3 Gems and a Baby is a good Christmas episode. It's not about Christmas at all, but it's good to add to your list of episodes to binge for the holidays. But we're not discussing that one at all. Today we're discussing Gem Harvest, the closest thing we're ever going to get to a Steven Universe Thanksgiving special. Steven's conservative uncle Andy returns to the barn and wants to kick Peridot and Lapis out of it. So Steven and the Gems decide to throw him a dinner to prove that the Gems are human enough to stay. It is so strange seeing such a character in Steven Universe. Andy is straight up your Republican relative who brings up uncomfortable topics at Thanksgiving who never gets invited to anything outside of the major holidays.
They're alien refugees from space and
They're illegal aliens? What? You couldn't even marry an American?
Nah, chill, bro. What the hell? It's nice seeing all of the Gems in one place again. At this point in the show, I think the last time we had an episode with everyone was the baseball episode. Now we just need Connie in here, but hey, the show hates her, so whatever. The episode firmly establishes Steven's growing family, and even though some of them were once enemies, they're still here together. And this is the first time the show ever did a look how far we've come moment. We get 3 more of these moments in the show, but this being the first will always hold a special place in my heart. However, despite this cool stuff in the background, the episode at its core focuses on Andy. He's this random character who comes in out of nowhere, not liking how things are different than how we remembered. But that at the end of the day is kind of the point of his character and his arc here. Everything was growing and changing around him, but he's the only one who stayed stagnant. He's like the Thanksgiving Scrooge. While his family was traveling the world, he just did the same old when he could have just been visiting people and catching up. If it were me though, I wouldn't be doing this "you can make a change" shit on him. Like, this random old guy who I've never met is suddenly coming in here, trashing my family, fighting with my dad, and threatening to deport my friends. Shit, we changed something, alright? Even though it's not technically a Thanksgiving special, but let's be real, it is. It's alright. This is gonna sound crazy coming from me, the Steven Universe guy, but I actually think this is the weakest one here. The plane sequence at the end was really cool, and Andy coming to accept the Gems is a given, but I feel it could have been better. Once again though, it sucks that we only got a taste of what Steven Universe would have done with holiday specials. An April Fool's Day episode in season 1 with like prank wars with Amethyst or some shit would have been awesome. Oh well. At least we got 11 minutes of Zach Callison talking to himself. Our last episode today is the Craig of the Creek Thanksgiving special called Craig and the Kids Table. Craig of the Creek is the best new gen Cartoon Network show, bar none. It also might just be the last. It's the closest thing this new generation has to something like Ed and Eddie or Kids Next Door. It has heart, gags, some of the best looking character designs I've ever seen, and continuity. The characters are allowed to grow from their episodic experiences. The story the show has is silly, but takes itself serious enough to work. I plan on covering this show in its entirety in the future, as soon as David Zaslav decides to stop gatekeeping the finale. Like, bruh, this was supposed to come out in September. Where is it? Craig of the Creek isn't a stranger to having holiday specials. It has like 4 Halloween specials, so of course it has a Thanksgiving episode. But not a single Christmas special. What happened to the narrative here? It follows Craig and his family at their grandparents' for Thanksgiving. Bernard, Craig's older brother, who is 17 and really should not be sitting at the kids' table by now, is sitting at the kids' table, and obviously doesn't want to. However, an argument that he and Craig have escalates into him accidentally destroying the pie their mom made, so the episode follows their pursuits in trying to recreate this pie while the others distract the family. It's a pretty funny episode, and like Gem Harvest, it's nice to see Craig's entire family in the same room together. It's not something that happens often. Although, unlike Steven Universe, these aren't main characters and the entire show doesn't depend on their dynamic. This is just a fun time. This is also one of the first times Craig and Bernard actually bond with each other. Like, their relationship is progressed pretty big here. The scenes where they make the pie is entertaining, and the heart-to-heart they have, while short and sweet, is the most they've pushed them at this point in the show. Even though they don't talk much anymore and Bernard will be leaving for college eventually, they're still brothers who care about each other. This lays the groundwork for their dynamic later in the show, and it's nice to see here. This episode is just great. It has great character growth and gags, and the premise is pretty fun for a special like this. The twist in the end is pretty funny too. Craig's mom is hyping up this pie, hoping it lives up to Grandma JoJo's recipe, but it turns out the entire time she was just buying them from Walmart or some shit. I found out my grandma does the same thing recently. They're good though, but it's just not the same now that I know that. Also, the episode is narrated by Keith David, like randomly. It's really cool though. That man's voice can cure cancer. This is a great episode. And so those were 4 Thanksgiving specials that are pretty notable for me personally. Sorry if this one wasn't as fleshed out as my recent videos. I thought of this video idea very last minute. The next video will be a return to form with live action segments. That being said, what are some of your favorite Thanksgiving specials? Are there any more than the 4 here? Like, who knows? I'm sure you could count that shit on 2 hands. Anyways, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take care.